Geez, Eggman, you look a little stressed out there. Maybe you need a vacation or something. Hey, I know a great theme park you could check out. Hello everyone, I am Third Mario Brother, and welcome back to Sonic Colors. In the last episode, we began this beautiful, lush world right here, which is Planet Wisp. And this time around, hopefully we're going to be finishing up Planet Wisp, beginning with Act 5, which, disappointingly enough, apparently only has one color power-up in it, man. Man, that is so boring. Only one hue of Wisp lives here. Is this like the segregated segment of Planet Wisp? Is this where only the elite orange ones are allowed to tread? Well, that is wrong, my friends, and perhaps in this episode we're going to bring some diversity to this very, very prejudice-stricken area. But regarding the Wisp's colors, it's probably not that big of a deal that there's only one color power-up here, because if you're going for speed, if you just want to get to the end as quickly as possible and you don't really care about too much else, you're really not going to need color power-ups all that much. There's one segment where they can, like, save you from a fall or something like that, and I'm sure using the orange Wisp when you can would get you a few more points and maybe better your rank a little bit, but just getting to the end, you can do it really, really quickly, just over 30 seconds, and get yourself a nice, shiny C rank, and that's what everybody wants, right? Status quo, absolutely barely above the average. That's exactly what I have always strived for. Now, we've got some alien writing on that sign back there that turns really pixelated thanks to this stunning 480p after it zooms out, but now we can move on to Act 6, which is a little bit more exciting than that last one, if only because it's slightly longer. And whoa, beginning on a grinding segment, you say. Right off the bat, we've got some boost that we can grab, and we can jump into this hoop right here and fly down there. And look at how stylish Sonic is, man. That was all... Oh, my God. Seriously, did that just happen? I jumped off the edge. Sonic, I know you're cool, dude, but you got to be a little bit more careful than that. But speaking of Sonic being cool, that was like part of his appeal to me when I was a kid. Not so much anymore. I just like how his games play and how they feel and how fun they are. But when I was a kid, it was like, whoa, this hedgehog is jumping around, destroying evil in the coolest ways. Look how fast he's going. Oh my gosh. And I know that was part of the original marketing campaign when Sega was trying to compete with Mario and Nintendo and stuff like that. But man, he was just the coolest cat around, especially around the time of Sonic Adventure 2. It wasn't even jokey Sonic around then. They weren't trying to give him this bubbly, sort of sassy personality in that game. They were straight up nitty-gritty hedgehogs all around. Either way, right here, you're going to want to pick up this hover power-up, because just above this section of platforms, you can go ahead and... I was trying to shake the Wii Remote for some reason in order to, run along this trail of rings, but that is not the way to do it, man. How could I ever forget my green gelatinous blob controls? Man, I am just the largest of idiots. Now, ooh boy, hecticness all around, but right there is another hover power-up, and man, I love the hover power-up. I know, as soon as you hit the B button, you're not really doing anything anymore, so you probably shouldn't ooh, no, I didn't mean to go here. Can I go back? Yes, I can. It's never too late. But I know as soon as you hit the B button, you are just totally automated and you have no say in where you're going to go next or whatever. But I love the hover power-up. You just go so quickly and it feels so fun. It's just so satisfying. I really have no explanation for it because it's just automated, but maybe the music that goes along with it and the sense of whimsy that you get and the fact that I can't control the spike power-up worth crap, evidently, but it's not important because here we have a dash pad that will regain all of our momentum so that we can jump repeatedly in this level. And now, when I died earlier, you saw that the timer on the level didn't reset. This is something worth mentioning, but my points didn't reset either, so it will detract from your possibility of getting a decent rank, but you can still get one that's alright. If you're going for an S rank, you're probably going to want to start the level over, especially if you died like sort of late on in it, but if you just want a C rank or something like that, then you can go ahead and just continue on your merry way. And oh my gosh, look at these dollar signs that we're collecting. Oh, Sonic is all about that money right now, and he's going the wrong way, which kind of worries me because we need to be over here. Alright, we barely made it, but yeah, those are some interesting hover patterns that you can go ahead and collect for yourself. But alas, we are moving on to the last segment of the level, which is dominated by the spike power-up. And we can just go ahead and drop down here, and the end of the level is right there. So let's finish it up. Normally I end this level with like over 200 rings, so apparently we are leaving some change on the ground for some other poor saps to come pick up at some point. And we were decently close to an S rank, and an A rank is alright by me. I'm fine with it. Why not destroy this A rank? Yeah, and get those extra rings, which... do those even do anything? I have no idea if those rings on the end screen do anything, but you know what? I'm fine. I'll pick up any extra money that you want to throw at me, man. Such is life. Either way, here is the boss.
And there's the generator. It seems like these guys are getting harder and harder to find. I know for a fact these guys are getting harder and harder to beat.
Please remember, all planets in Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park are, as far as you know, wholly owned properties of Eggman Enterprises and its subsidiaries. All unauthorized photography, video reproduction, or shutting down of generators is strictly prohibited. Thank you.
Eggman, I am going to save this planet, and I am going to free these aliens. No copyright law in the universe is going to stop me. We can save a lot of time and broken robots if you just quit now. Try to be reasonable.
And here we go against the boss of Planet Wisp. After hearing that oh-so-inspirational speech, the motto of every Nintendo Let's Player everywhere, straight from the mouth of Sonic the Hedgehog, we are taking on, apparently, the second big boy. Yep, this is essentially the exact same boss as the one that we had to fight in Tropical Resort earlier in the game. And I know Sonic was talking about the bosses keep on getting harder and harder to beat, but he might have just been saying that to make you feel good about yourself, because this guy is pretty much exactly the same fight as we had before. Now this time we've got these spinning wheels instead of the up and down moving platforms, so that is a little bit of a difference. And we have the Spike Wisp instead of whatever we had the first time. But it's essentially the same thing. He'll do this annoying laser attack, which will make these things spin. But other than that, really the strategy is the same. Just boost up the wall and hit him a couple times. If you feel like using the Spike instead, you can go ahead and do that. But there's really no reason to even use the Spike unless you want the point bonuses from it, because, jumping and using the homing attack, I find, is much easier. And you've only got to do it a handful of times. I assume if you want an S rank that using the Spike Wisp is probably necessary, but you know what? I'm fine as long as I get that big, satisfying explosion right at the end. I am absolutely okay with whatever method was used to get there. And I should check my wording before I say things, because that was the most awkwardly worded way I could have communicated that idea to you guys, and apparently I can't speak English either. So anyway, can we break the A? Yes, we can. I consider that a 100% run at this level now that we've broken the A, even though that ring's fading off in the corner. So, yeah, let's move on to a cutscene.
Wow, sometimes I even impress myself. For a second there, I wasn't sure I was going to pull it off. Well, who am I kidding? We both knew how this would end.
Are you talking to the broken robot who can't hear you?
Maybe. That's between me and the robot. See, the important thing here is the alien planet is free.
Absolutely.
So, we can just forget about the whole talking to dead robots thing, right?
Nope.
I knew you'd say that.
Oh, come on. I've seen you save the day a lot of times, but I've never seen you talk to a pile of metal.
Touché.
Oh, that's too bad, Sonic, because now it's on YouTube too. Oh my god, everybody's gonna see this. You are never going to be able to show your face at a Hedgehog family reunion ever again. Don't even think about going on Facebook anytime soon. You might want to delete that real quick, because you are going to be absolutely everywhere. National headlines, CNN, Fox News, Sonic. You are going to be infamous for this embarrassing stunt, and you are never, ever going to live it down. Either way, that does it for this episode of Sonic Colors. I hope you guys all enjoyed that we finished up Planet Wisp in this episode, and next time, we are going to be beginning the next world, which will be a very beautiful looking water world, which actually for a water world looks really promising. So thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you guys then.